Welcome. 2026 season is upon us. For me, it starts tomorrow. We've got our opening day comp. Yours might have started last Saturday, might start next Saturday. But I thought, what a great time to do what's in the bag. As I've been on this journey, I've tried to show you any new equipment I've got or what I've had in the bag. Not always maybe been crystal clear, so I thought I would do what's in my bag, start the 2026 season. Now, I've already got my eye on a driver, and I'll explain more on that in a moment. I'm actually a bit scared because I've not checked what's in my bag, so we're finding out together for the first time. This could be quite eye-opening, could be scary, could be disease-ridden. I don't honestly know, guys, but we'll do it together. Let's find out. So to start off with, the bag. These Titleist bags have been some of the best bags I've had over the years. I've had TaylorMade, I've had Callaway, I've had a Masters, I've had various ones. To me, never quite lived. This is my second Titleist in about 10 years. They are absolutely phenomenal bags. Now this season, I'm probably going to be more on my carry bag. I've got my tour bag, but I'm going to put that more to the side this season. A bit of fitness, a bit of exercise, I'm going to carry. Got the dual strap, like I said, this bag has been absolutely brilliant. Most important thing living in the UK you've got to have in your bag is your brolly. I've got this pink dual canopy fella. It's a godsaver. It's massive, does the trick. You've got to have one of them on your bag, especially when you live in the UK. If you go to the States, Spain, maybe you could leave that out. But in the UK, brolly, one of the most important things you can have. So, starting at the top of my bag, I like it going down in number order. So I start with the big fellas. Now, as I say, I'll come on to the driver, but I got this last year, my Titleist mini driver. Oh, it's brilliant. It has been revolutionary. I absolutely love it. So that will stay in my bag for the foreseeable. That will not be coming out. Now, I had a fallout with the 5 wood. I put my 2 iron in. I've got the TaylorMade Stealth 2 iron. 18 degree. Absolutely love it. I've got it in the same shaft as my irons, and I'll go through that in a moment. But at the minute, this thing's been behaving itself, so it's staying in the bag. Okay, so I've done my long clubs. Now onto my long irons. I've got the 4 and 5 iron in the TaylorMade P770s. I'll say this a lot, put your ego to one side. Alright, I knew when I pulled the 4 and 5 iron in my normal irons, there were no way I were ever going to hit somewhere. If I did, I'd be risking stupidity. So I've got 2 a bit more forgiving clubs in my 4 and 5 iron. Again, same shafts as I've got in the rest, but I've got the 4 and 5 in the P770. Now, when I bought these irons, I was actually going to get the 789 wedge in the blade. I was going to get the 6 iron in the P770, and the pro I was with said, nope, you're good enough, get that. So I've got 6 to pitching wedge in my TaylorMade 7MBs. I absolutely love these irons. They're 1.5 inches longer than standard because I am the tall golfer. They're 3 degrees upright, and I've just had the lofts tweaked slightly because they were more traditional. I've just had them strengthened over the wind to 1 or 2 degrees just to give me a bit more distance, try and get my ball flight a bit lower, because the traditional loft I felt were just costing me at times. But I must admit, I've had them in play a few seasons now. They are absolutely phenomenal irons. Again, I don't change my irons regularly. I'm not one of these that blame the iron. If something's going wrong, it's me. But these, absolutely phenomenal irons. Project X6 shafts, because again, I don't like going after it. I'm not one of these ego people. Them days are long gone. I'm too old now. Okay, not far off senior. I know some of you are dropping in the comments. But these have been absolutely revolutionary irons. So as well as my pitching wedge, I carry 3 wedges. I have my TaylorMade MG350 degree. Now I've had some fun and games with shafts on that one. Originally I had a Tour S200 and it felt like swinging a sledgehammer. I've put a Vokey Titleist shaft in it. I must admit it's a really nice wedge. The only thing I have against the TaylorMade wedges, because I did have the MG2s, they don't seem to, the face doesn't seem to last as long as the Vokeys. Now, as you know, I went back to the Vokeys. I've got the SM10s. Might look at the SM11s, I've not decided yet, but at the minute these 2 are behaving. I've got these. Now in the 50 MG3, I've got a Vokey shaft, but in my actual 2 Vokeys that I went and got fitted at Scottsdale, I've got KBS Tours in. some wedge shaft. The lad said, he'd tell me the specs, honestly I don't have a clue. I just know the KBS Tour, they feel absolutely lovely. I must admit, if you want wedges, I'm a big Vauquis fan. Like I said, the SM11s are now out, if you can get some, might do a review. But for me, Vauquis are the best wedges around. The putter. As you know, when I first got this a few years back, I had massive problems with it, which left a bit of a sour taste. Now, it's not the putter's fault. The putter is absolutely phenomenal. I've got the Scotty Cameron Phantom 5.5, great putter. But as you know, if you've watched down for a while, I had issues with this with rust. Now, bit of the story again, in case you forgot, I set my wife a challenge for my birthday a few years ago, get me either Justin Thomas's putter, Jordan Spieth's, or Dustin Johnson's at the time. Obviously, I didn't know that was the challenge I set her. She came back. As soon as I saw the head cover, I knew which one it was. Like I say, phenomenal putter, but after using it for about 6 rounds, it started having a lot of rust on it. I sent it back. They cleaned it, they sent it back to me. I used it again a few times. Only that time I was making sure I looked after it, rubbing it, drying it. Oh my God, I nearly slept with it. It rusted again. Now, luckily, when I was out last year, I was at Hesketh. If you've not watched the video, the pro there said, just get a bit of gunmetal, just gently rub some gunmetal on it. When you clean it, it'll stop it. I've been doing that. So far, so good. It's brilliant. This, one of the best things I think the wife has ever bought me. I'm not going to lie. It is a phenomenal putter. Hopefully, we can get it working this year. We get that handicap right down. As mentioned earlier, the driver. I've currently got 3 drivers in play. I've got my baby, the M1. This phenomenal driver, I got it brand new. It's absolutely brilliant. The only problem is it's 10-year-old now. And I'm just feeling like, is it performing to the levels? I'm also a bit scared I'm going to damage it. I do love this driver, I'm not going to lie. Then, in the same year, I actually won the Callaway Epic. Now, the shaft I had in it did break, so I got it reshafted, I've had it re-gripped. Again, nothing wrong with the driver, I just maybe the shaft, I maybe need to go and get a proper fitting. I'm not gonna lie, when mine broke, I picked one up off eBay. It's extra stiff, but it's very light, but I do like, I use that more for tempo. If I feel I'm swinging a bit fast, go to that 'cause it slows my tempo down. Then, of course, I've got my PXG. Now, I picked this up, as you've not seen the video, one of my first videos on the channel, sorry. 200 quid, I got it fitted. It's not a bad driver. I just don't feel it performs. Now, Titleist are launching their new ones. If you follow me on Instagram, I've seen pictures of them. I'm not impressed with the picture. But I am sort of edging towards maybe having a look at the new Titleist, because I think that could be a game changer. As you know, if you've been a long time follower, I used to game Titleist a lot. I felt they lost the way, that's why I moved to the TaylorMade. Like I said, I won the Callaway, so I can't complain at that. But I am going to be looking at the Titleist, so make sure you hit that subscribe to see what happens with the Titleist. But at the minute, I'm a bit spread with the driver in the bag. That's why I've not really committed. But if you were to put me on the spot, the M1 would win every time. I think if I need a driver to deliver, I'll go back to my baby. It really is. I will be framing this driver when it retires. Promise you that. So that's the clubs in the bag, but what about what's in the rest of the bag? Now, I normally keep this pocket for my valuables, my wallet, my phone. I also have in here, can't beat some Gaviscon on a hot day. As you can see, I keep pencils, I've got a T-peg. That's it, that's all I have in there. I keep my pencils, my valuables, my scorecard normally in there. Gaviscon, can't go without Gaviscon. I've hit that age now. It's when I pull the Pepto-Bismol out that you want to panic. This pocket is always my ball pocket. Keep all my balls in there. Now, did notice the other day, as you can see over winter, I've been gaming the Amazon Basics. Make sure you check out the video if you want to see the review. For winter, I think they've been a brilliant ball. Really not that fussed. Obviously from last year, still got a Pro V1, brand new one. I always play a tournament, I always start with a brand new ball. Then, we go to all sorts. I've got all sorts in here. Okay, I've got some Amazons. Generally, this is when I'm walking around, I find balls, find all sorts. As you can see, I've got some Titleist, I've got Dirty Tricks, and I've got an Amazon. I have got somewhere in here, I'm sure I've got a green Sharpie for marking my ball with. There you go, I've got a TaylorMade with pink that's got a slit somehow. I don't know if that's ended up in there, that's probably the wife. It's absolutely full, and I can just see it there now. As I said, I mark mine with a green Sharpie, so I always have that. Very important. My trusty towel, again, as you can see by the age, the Nike Sasquatch towel must be at least 16-year-old, if not older, but does a job. Absolutely love it. I put it in the wash quite a few times a year. Look at it, it's lasted the test of time. Brilliant. This has been my recent, my Bushnell Zapper. Do like that. I must admit, I've always been a watch fan. I have my Garmin watch, but the wife bought me that. I think she got me as a Christmas present. It might have been a birthday present. Bought me that. I must admit, it's coming more and more into play. Do like that, especially with the unknown, playing of course blind. Just what's the hazard? How far is it? Old age is kicking in, trying to guess the distances now. And with your swing changes, you never have a clue. So it's nice to just have that, zap that bunker right. That's out of range we can hit. It is really nice. Right, this pocket, normally, again, I keep, for more, it's actually got my brolly wrapper in. Sun cream, I don't know how old that is, I'll be honest with you, that could be out of date. If sun cream goes out of date, I'm not quite sure. But, yeah, normally I keep my medication in there, so like some Anodine, anything like that in case I get a migraine. But, I don't even know why that's in there, because I play in the UK. We must have been on a hot spell a few years back. Must be. Like I said, I've got my brolly cover. So that one is in that pocket. The main pocket. Normally I keep this for random bits. Got my gloves, I've got a new glove, I've got my current gloves one in. I try and keep my gloves looked after in that. Somebody told me that many years ago when I started. Always put your glove back in, it keeps the moisture. I don't actually know if that's true or not, but I keep them. Obviously I had a drink, I've got a bottle of Oasis, and I've got some spare gloves in here. God, I've got quite a mountain. Spare gloves, I always try and keep them in case it's raining, my hands get wet or anything like that. I keep them. I think some of these can probably go now. Wow, what else we got? Didn't even know I have this. Hey, there you go. Wow. An Adidas waterproof jacket, very thin. Did not know that was in there, I'll be totally honest with you. I remember buying that. I think I got it from the Adidas shop. I think they had a sale, it was 20 quid or something like that. Didn't know it was in there though. Wow. Is there anything else? No, that's it. Another glove, another old and manky glove. So some of them probably now need clearing out now I've pulled them out. But I generally do try and keep my gloves in there. Obviously, if you take your top off or out, I keep that pocket for that. Drinks, maybe a flapjack, banana. There it is. That is my bag for 2026. If I change anything, I'll probably put it on the Instagram or the TikTok. So make sure you subscribe and follow us on them. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I wish you all a great season for 2026. Drop in the comments anything you think I should add, take out, do differently. Let us know. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Until next time.